Alright, so real quick, I'm telling you, I'm fucking over it. I just had a couple of corrections to make to Gabby's little monologue this morning, okay? I got timestamps. See, this kind of stuff is gonna matter if anything were to ever come from Gabby's delusions. 10:38, I got the message saying that C needed to go to the abuse clinic and that Gabby was told she couldn't take him. 10:38. 12:06, okay? They told her, so quit fucking lying. They told you originally that he was supposed to go to the abuse clinic the next day, but you asked them what? Are you taking him? And you started spiraling on the back end, right? You called Aaron. Mimi called the caseworker and asked if she could take him. And when they figured out that you were going to attempt to coach him, they decided to send the CPT team to get him the day before, okay? 12:29, not 11, baby. Not 11, okay? 12:29, I got the text message saying CPT is doing the transfer. And my response, oh shit, not good. Okay? Gabby, that morning, another report came in from the school. See, they had already filed reports about him being in school and taken to school, sitting in breakfast with the dirty pull-up. Okay? They had already filed that report. They filed another report that morning, and that is what prompted that visit to the clinic. Okay? So, no, ma'am. It was not 11 o'clock. The only leak here is you. You were providing all of the information to the mods that were giving it to us. That is fact. Provable fact. Okay? It is not TikTok's fault, y'all. If you go back to the live that I did on YouTube. Hi, Duchess. Remember that? The big live that I did right before I got hit by a car. Alright? Thank you, y'all. Sorry, I get distracted. There were two mods in that chat onto alts, so that people didn't know who they were, that were still Gabby's mods at the time. Alright? They were giving everything with proof. Okay? The text message that was released from the teacher. Let's talk about that for a second. I had that for probably 2 weeks, maybe even 3 by the time it got released. Hi, Stagey. I hope you're doing alright. Alright? There were concerns. If you go back to that live, you will hear me say, it is not the internet. It is not the internet. It was coming from people that were, hi, Montalvo Queen. It was coming from people, hi, beautiful, I hope you're doing all right, that had direct content. Teachers are mandated reporters. All right? 2 reports came in from the school. Okay? Yeah, they did. That is what prompted. Now there is some, because I know that she did tell Kaylee's people at the time that it was over a bruise on the chin. That was a concern the week before. Do y'all remember when Gabby had that? It was the sheriff's office that kept showing up. Hi, Crazy Chrissy. For the there was a welfare check, and I don't remember the exact date, but there was a welfare check done on a Friday night, right? After that, there was the CPS call about the text message from the teacher. All right? That Saturday is when the lock on the door started popping off. Okay? Which, just so we're clear and all on the same page, Gabby told people that CPS told them to do that, and they did not. Okay? That is a fire hazard. Now, if you go back to that time, I thought there was a CPS call that night, that Friday. I think it was like 11 o'clock or somewhere around there. It was super late. And I said, I bet it's the school. They filed the report for the text message. Okay? They are mandated. So that had been going on. That Saturday, when there was a bruise on his chin, all right? Now remember, she's already under a safety plan at this point in time. Okay? There was a bruise on his chin, and when CPS pushed her and said, hi, Pineapples, and said, where did that bruise come from, right? She couldn't give an answer. That immediately set into a chain of events, right? Because he was supposed to be supervised 24 hours a day, and she was sitting on fucking TikTok. All right? So if you could sit over there and claim that there is a leak, you were the leak. You were giving us a play-by-play. You just didn't know it. So you need to stop sitting over there and blaming people for things that you did. That's first. Secondly, bitch, I've never said I was sending those statements to the police. I had much bigger plans for them. All right? That's first. Secondly, you are under investigation with FDLE. That is a fact. Fact. Manufactured medical documents and financial documents. Absolute fact. Okay? So stop lying to people. It is not difficult to tell the truth. And I think that you would find that if you told the truth, you would have less issues. If you stopped manufacturing, I appreciate y'all. I'm sorry, I get distracted. I'll explain it in a second, bring me back to it. If you told the truth, all right, and didn't use sensitive topics that people struggle with daily as a means to grift on the internet, okay? Hi, JC. Then you wouldn't get the hate that you get. Florida Department of Law Enforcement is like, it's like Stadies for Florida, right? Because Florida State Police, they deal with highway issues. See, I spoke to that attorney general I spoke to him directly. All right? He told me which route to take regarding your behavior. They oversee all agencies, correct? It's like how different states have like the Bureau of Investigation. Spread love, baby. I am worried about it. I promise you. Don't you have somebody else to don't you have something better to do? Post, people's deceased kids or loved ones, Gross. But anywho. So that's how it goes. Hi, Pookie. Now, I would think you could sit over there and say, I appreciate you. You could sit over there and say that you've taken accountability. Apologies without change is manipulation. Okay? So all the shit that you think, I'm just going to say, what up, Katiba? All the shit you think you took accountability for, right? Let's just say you did. You keep that behavior going. But I promise you, this is facts. I went and pulled the messages. Hi, Carly. I went and pulled the messages myself so I could see them. Because there was no 11 o'clock. And to be fair, all right, this is, hi guys, sorry, I'm terrible with staying on track. You were the leak. That's true too. That's another one to look for. You were the leak. You just didn't know it. So stop getting up on here and blaming everybody else for your behavior. It's you. This entire, I appreciate you, so thank you. This entire situation starts and ends with you. You're doing this monologue talking about child development. You ignored him for 3 fucking years. What do you think that does? I agree, Just Lily. So you want to, I don't know, it truly bewilders me. Hi, Dorlinda. It bewilders me that she doesn't get it. She doesn't get it. It's coming from inside the house. Exactly. It is crazy to me. Crazy to me. I have never seen the answer be right in front of somebody else's face and then just dude, I've never seen it this bad. I haven't checked my email yet today. I had a really busy morning in real life. I appreciate you, Dora Linda. What else did I need to say? Right. I never said that my reports were going to police. I never said that. Those statements, that, okay, I got it. Hi, baby boys. Those statements were going to a higher. The police don't want to deal with you. Do you not notice that it's the sheriffs that do the welfare checks? Not Cape Coral Police? You don't notice that? Anywhoosies, you know? Super weird. Listen, get over her, y'all. But, hi, Lindsay Lou. But, hi, Grace. I hope you're doing all right. Yeah, this is why you get the energy. I appreciate you. This is why you get the energy that you get. You might have half-assed apologized for like the chocolate milk statement or like your racism, but you have never answered for every fucking thing that you've done. It would probably take you a year. Yeah, they can't stand that. So no, that is not the. I'm sorry to tell you, but your entire timeline is fucking wrong. It is wrong. All right. Listen, I never seen somebody so excited to pass a parenting class. Yeah, she was over here. She ran away. Because in my mind, it's like common sense. No? Hi! Like, don't ignore your kids. Is that like standard? I guess, I don't know. You know? And you know, Gabby, it's really sad because if you did a little bit of research with developmental psych, you would see that what you've already done has caused severe damage. Thank you, guys. I'm not saying that as a dig. I'm saying it because you created self-esteem issues, insecurities, and monkey see, monkey do, right? So, like, when you're listening to this fucking, I will when I'm done. Thank you, Cinnamon. When you're listening to these videos that I guess they show you, does it not occur to you? What up, Squish? Does it not occur to you? Thank you, Lisa. No. I don't know. And I don't want to say unless I know. But does it not occur to you that you created that? That's what you did. He will listen to me. I appreciate y'all. One of the biggest issues that I see adults really struggle with is abandonment. All right? And when I say that, I don't just mean walking away. You could have a child in your home and they still develop abandonment issues. Thank you. Hi. Because you are all the way over here, right? Doing whatever the fuck for what? This is what I can't wrap my head around. I could understand. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying to keep up. It's really difficult for me. I don't understand how it could be right in front of your face. You bopped him in the mouth once. That wasn't it. And it doesn't dawn on you. I was listening to you. Thank you, Message Leader. I was listening to you last night, and you were saying how they model. If you're violent with your kid, all you do is react out of emotion with him. And that's dangerous. When you react out of emotion, that is dangerous. But you were sitting there and you were saying it. This is what's strange to me. You were saying it, but it's not connecting in your mind. It's not connecting. These are all things that you did. They do. Right? So if you want to talk about the way that he treats you, where's he learning it? Gabby? Children that age model. They are sponges. They learn from their surroundings. Okay? That's what you taught him. If you don't like what you raised, you need to look inside because that's where it came from. Texas, I try not to talk about that because I do understand. What I will say is children that age are exposed to that in one way or another. Do you understand? That is not something a 4-year-old would do. They've got to learn it from somewhere. I don't know where that somewhere is. I can't say for sure. Right? Hi, Lumpy Pillows. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm trying. I can't say that for sure. But that is a fact. Children that age learn what they are shown. It's a proven fact. It's literally how they learn. Never. I appreciate you, Tara. Thank you. Exactly. And I've said this before, and hi Emily, I hope you're doing all right. I said this before and I will say it again. My kids, I've always had, let's say I had to reprimand my kids for whatever reason, they got in trouble for something, right? I always went to them and talked to them about it. I don't want to do this, but you have to understand why this is wrong. Yelling, counterproductive. Threatening and then not following through. I'm gonna take your iPad and then not taking it. You're reinforcing the negative behavior. It is simple psychology. And you're not, if you don't figure it out now, you're not gonna like what you're gonna deal with in a couple of years. Thank you, Rena. Listen, raising kids is not easy. I know. It breaks my heart, honestly. You know, I don't know, to be honest. Idle threats are so bad when it comes to parenting. It's so bad. I appreciate you. Thank you. And the thing is, like, if you knew that you were failing as a parent, right? Would you not, like, this blows my mind, y'all. Let's say I knew that my child needed help in one area or another. I agree, Mad Hannah, and that's gonna have an issue. That's gonna have such it's gonna take so much work to correct that. I was saying that. I'm sorry. I struggle staying on task these days. Abandonment. It doesn't have to mean I abandoned my kids. That's not what it means. It means they feel abandoned. And you could live in the same house and that kid could feel abandoned. But I promise you that adults and abandonment is one of the hardest things for them to get to the other side of. It's one of the deepest rooted issues, if you will, that it takes to, and that's so sad to me. I appreciate you, Panta. Thank you. It is so sad to me that this is all going on. Listen to me. Even fucking Shafty had enough sense to shut these motherfucking apps off and focus on what she needed to focus on. Betty, it breaks my heart. I find out it breaks my heart, honestly, because you can't afford what you have. Why would you even think about wanting another kid? I appreciate you, Crystal. You understand? Hi, Annie. It really, no, Jake, it really hurts. It hurts my heart. And that's another thing, right? Hi, Wendy. When I knew that they were going to take him, I was in tears. That is not what I wanted. I wanted her to do the right thing. Like, I was sick to my stomach at the fact that she knew all this was going on, right? She knew everything that was going on, and she couldn't put him first. And I was like blown away. I couldn't believe that this was all going on in the background and she was dancing with Disney songs. It made me fucking sick to my stomach. Because guess what? One day he's gonna see that. And that makes me so fucking sad for him. You don't understand that when you push your child away, right? They develop inside, hi Jeannie, they develop deep insecurities. And for 3 years, she has chosen to sit on this app where she is fucking hated. That's backwards. That's backwards. You don't think he's gonna see that someday? Hi, Hello Kitty. Also, stop saying that you took him off these apps when you are posting videos of him. I appreciate you, thank you. Now, if y'all go back, we had been screaming for months. I personally don't think anybody should post their kids on the internet. I don't. We were screaming that to you for months. I know I was. Stop posting him. Stop posting him. What are you doing? Do you know that P-Files can take an image and create an icon of your kid? Do you know that? And you are offering him up on a silver platter. What the fuck kind of parent are you? Hi y'all. Sorry, thank you. I'm sorry, I get distracted. That's what you're doing. And a couple of months back, you said you realized that. You realized that. Hi, Crazy B. So why did you continue to make videos with him? There are some sick people in this world, y'all. And I know that a lot of us are survivors of some type of trauma, right, as children. However, it is a different world right now. I got news for you, Gabby. Some people don't post their children because of reasons like this. Thank you, Marianne. How are you? However, I know, sea salted. It is disgusting. And you knew this. Dora Lindsay, you always find the cutest gifts. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. You said this out of your own mouth. Okay? Thank you, Nurse Sarah. That one's cute too. You said this. I know what happens and I fucked up. So you took accountability, right? You took accountability that you say or think is accountability, and then you fucking did it again. What's the point? I'm here to tell you, I appreciate you, thank you. I was in a live last night, and one of the girls that I watch just to listen to because she sings, and I love that. Not you, Gabby. This girl could really sing, and she was like, when she saw SpongeBob come across, she was like, oh my God, SpongeBob. It was funny. But anyway, you know that this is a thing because you verbalized it. You know other moms do it, right? And here's the thing, right? She's partially, hear me out, okay? You're right, other moms can do it. But guess what? They might not be reposted all over the internet like you are. Hi, Romy Shadows, right? You being that person, you're putting him at a higher risk of being exposed to something he should not be exposed to because his fucking parents should protect him. So they might not have such a big person, like a bigger chance. It is a bigger chance for your kid to be found, and you fucking know it. And you keep going. You keep doing it. Why can't I even matter? It's your job as a parent to protect him. It is not your job to protect other people's kids. It is not their job to protect your kids. And yet I see fucking strangers trying to protect your kid more than you do. The fuck is wrong with you? It is not normal. He is not in counseling because of the internet. He is in counseling because his parents are pieces of fucking shit. Both of y'all. And you're still too fucking busy on the internet for a fucking app that hates you. Get a fucking job. Stop blaming the internet. Isn't the reason you lost Duncan, Gabby. You are the reason you lost Duncan. You got up on this bitch and said that somebody spit in your drink. You are the reason you lost that job. You don't like the shit that's about you on the internet? Do something to fucking change it. People love a redemption story. They love to see somebody come back and do fucking better. You haven't tried yet. You are the reason that those videos are out there. Nobody else. You can't blame that on anybody else. Hi, Scarlett. It is you. Hi, Mad Hatter Mom. It is you. It starts and ends with you not having enough self-control to not hit the fucking live button. When my kids were little, I was out all the time. This, that, the other thing, sporting events. You keep him in the fucking house so you could sit on live. And that is disgusting. He's a child. You should be doing stuff with him every fucking day. Guess what? If you did that, maybe he wouldn't have so much extra energy. Hi, Nikki. It's wild to me. This should have been a fucking warning for you. You've learned nothing. You've learned nothing. Me too. Right. Negative. That's exactly. Thank you, Romy Shadows. That's exactly what I'm saying. I always did. I got season passes to Great Adventure, and I would go to Six Flags every day. You got those people over there paying for your entire fucking life. Why can't you do that? Because it gets in the way of what you want. Guess what, Gabby? As parents, we're supposed to sacrifice what we want. You don't do that. You don't understand what sacrifice is. And I know that you think, oh, CPS is almost done, right? You got to live with the damage that you caused. It's going to be really fucking difficult for him to get right because of your behavior. Personally, I feel, Aaron, you should be charged with failure to protect. Not a single fucking one of you do the right thing over there. It is crazy. If you don't have a single person in your real life that you could fucking call, maybe you're the fucking problem. You shouldn't have to hop on the internet and ask the internet simple fucking parenting questions. If you have nobody in your life, there is a fucking reason. Thank you. I appreciate you, Rachel. You are the problem. I cannot imagine, there is not a situation that I could think of that if my kids were going through these things. I appreciate you, Linda. This app would be an afterthought. What are you doing? Because I promise you, you are not gonna like, what up, Joni? You are not gonna like what you're raising. You're not. And that's sad. That's sad. Because a lot of us get fulfillment and joy out of what we raised. It's sad. It really is. And I promise you, you have zero chance of getting Social Security for CTPSD. I'm just letting you know. I know, pineapples. It really breaks my heart, honestly. It makes me so fucking sad because he doesn't have a fucking choice. And like, he's trapped between these two people. And I don't mean, like, neither one of them, thanks, can't even, neither one of them have, like, a combined brain. I don't understand it. Rebel, it is the biggest issue that I see in adults, honestly. Listen, my daughter's graduating undergrad in May. And I am like, what the fuck happened? It's so sad to me. It really is. And like, nobody gives a fuck. Nobody over there gives a fuck. How is that possible? They just listen to her fucking nonsense. I don't understand. Right, like, I know. That's exactly what's gonna happen, Janelle. That's exactly what's gonna happen. I don't understand how Mimi thinks this is normal. It's not. This is not normal. It is not normal. It truly breaks my heart. And that's what's so fucking sad. Exactly. But like, it's sad. It really breaks my heart. This could have been, if she didn't have such a fucking personality disorder, this could have gone very differently. Because you could have gotten help. And stop telling people you're off that Adderall, girl. Your pupils are fucking flying saucers. Like, let's be serious. The ego is from the personality disorder, though. Hi, Bugs. I agree with that, too, Wendy. But, like, how do you not... I don't know. This could have gone very differently. Yeah, it's... I agree. Right, Catherine. It could have gone very differently. You could have, instead of sucking CPS dry, you could have gotten fucking help. You could have gotten help. And a lot of things could have changed. But not you. Nope. Hi, Lulu. Right, what are we jealous of, Gabby? Hi, Tundra. Listen to me. My children are phenomenal children, okay? They do service work in their communities because they were fucking taught to. Imagine that, okay? They are active in their real lives as well as in school. Hi, Shelly. And here's the thing about CPS. They are overloaded, y'all. Hi, Princess Puff. Thank you. They are overloaded. And I'm sure that the internet's, I don't watch her, I'm sure that the internet really has made their system even more overloaded. And I've tried the mass reporting. I understand that some people it's their job, right? I would never, I understand that aspect of it. But if you're just calling just to be a bitch or hi Chris or this or that, you're making it more difficult for the people that are trying to work on it. Because when they get such a large volume of calls, they just go, they believe her. Oh, she's being harassed, you know? It's truly counterproductive to what everybody is doing. Hi to Mama. It's sad. It's sad, but don't fucking get up on here and say you took him off the internet, because you didn't. The fuck? And how crazy are you to be saying that while posting videos with him? Is it like crazy? It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. It really is. It blows my mind. But don't get up here and say that you have a fucking a timeline when it's jacked, because that's not true. I appreciate you can't even. What's up, short stuff? Anyway, I just wanted to I just wanted people to understand that what she is saying is not factual. Well, I know that y'all know she lies, but like that is not what happened at all. At all. I agree with that too. Like, listen, kids, especially boys. I don't know about y'all, but like my son was always like, he would fall because he was like a hyper kid and like an animal climbing random shit. He always had bruises. So like, use discretion. And I think that a lot of people that do the reporting, hi Mahalo, are they are different. I know. The people that are doing the reporting, like a lot of them are medical professionals, so just use your know-how, you know. It's truly sad. It's sad to me. It's sad to me. And every single person over there, y'all are the reason that this continues. You're not her friends. Her friends would be fucking honest with her and tell her, hey, this is not normal. And you will fucking drain Aaron's mother, but she's sick. Do you have zero respect? Why don't you jump on a plane and go see her instead of blowing money on stupid things? She's not worth that. It's crazy. Y'all take her money though, right? Makes me crazy. It makes me crazy. Hi Beans, right? But it doesn't take long, y'all. It doesn't take long for somebody with common sense to see what's going on over there. So those people should have been and gone, you know? Thank you. I'm not sure specifically. I just know that she's not well. Right? Same, Rose. And then, here's the crazy thing. God forbid something happens, they'll be on the internet crying. Because they'll want to exploit it for financial gain. It's gross. It really is gross. You're probably right. You're probably right, Texas. And it really makes me sad. Because I don't know if, like, even if she educated herself, like, psychologically on developmental psych, I don't know that she would be capable, hi Paula, of seeing the damage that she caused. She just blames everybody else for it. It's not anybody else, because guess what? Guess what? You could shut this motherfucker off and do the right thing as a parent. I don't know. Hi, Fuzz. I hope you're doing all right. Hi, lovely boo. Right. If it would never be somebody in my family. Hi, Anita. I promise you that. I would put a stop to it in one way or another. Because she's not capable of seeing the long term. You know? Hi, Cool Breeze. I agree, Heather B. She's not capable of the introspection that, like, it's this behavior, this behavior is tied to my action XYZ. Does that make sense? It could be me, because I'm not, right? I agree, Camping Girl. I don't think that he's any better at this point at all. I don't know. I just think it's really sad. But don't get up here and lie about other people. Don't do that. Because I don't need the situation. Hold on, y'all. It's charging. Why is it giving me a... That's weird. I agree, Mahalo. I agree. And it makes me sad. I can't imagine knowing... I agree, Red Rick. Don't get me wrong. I agree. I 100% agree, and I wish that somebody would fucking do something. Because it truly breaks my heart. Because here's the thing. You see the way he acts with Danny? Oh, I don't care what the fuck she says. Do you see how he acts with Danny? There's a reason why he's like that with her. She interacts with him. I agree. I agree. And this is not me defending her, but it's because he feels that energy that she gives him. And Gabby hates it. She can't recognize that it is her behavior that he reacts to. And that's fucking sad. I get it. Me either. I don't care what Lori says. She's a fucking idiot. I didn't even raise a penny for the new smile. So I don't give a fuck what she says over there. But yeah, it really makes me sad. He doesn't. I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't. And in that investigation, all right, he pointed to places that Gabby has hit him. So don't get on this motherfucker and say you only cracked him once in the mouth. That's not true. That's not true. We all watch you grab him by the arms and pull him off the bed. Do you know that you could dislocate his shoulder like that? Or do you not care? Right. It really drives me crazy. And like, how do you lie knowing that it's all recorded? And that's the crazy thing. If you didn't record it all, okay? If you didn't record it all, nobody would know about it. That's the crazy thing. Disagree what, Fuss? And listen, my kids, I've never needed to put my hands on them. Ever. Because of the way that I parented them. I don't know. Oh, yeah. Right. Right. It's crazy. I know. Camping Girl. It's so sad to me. I know that we all, like, when we become parents, we kind of, like, especially with the first, but stop saying you're a new mom. You sound stupid. He's 5. What are you talking about? You stopped being a new mom fucking 4 years ago. 100%. I actually think that discipline is more productive without hitting. Just my opinion. But you could be damn sure that if I didn't put my hands on my kids that don't have special needs, there wouldn't be a fucking chance in hell that I would put my hands on one if they did. All you do is yell at him. You make him anxious. You. Not the internet. Nobody else. You. You did that all yourself. They do, Val Pal. They do. They do. And there's no routine there. The only thing that happens for sure 100% is you being on the fucking internet. It's wild. That's the only thing he's for sure that you're gonna do. I know, Janet. Right, Spada. And she doesn't have the understanding that when you're comfortable in chaos, right, you seek that in relationships. That is going to this is a lifelong thing that she's fucked up. And what do you think is going to happen, God forbid, you had another kid? You can't support them. You can't support what you got. Hi. It's sad to me, and you should want to do better. Don't get up on here and say you're trying to do better and not do better. You think that we don't see it? Words that don't match actions is manipulation. Your words do not match your actions, Gabby. You do a lot of this, and also, why the fuck, like, why be live if you're gonna turn your comments off? What's the point? Thank you. Get off the fucking live and go make a phone call. What's the point? I really hope, listen, there are a couple of, I really hope nobody takes any kind of advice from over there. Listen to me. I texted somebody last night as I was listening to the parenting class live, and Preacher Gabby was the one that like really ticked me off. But now parenting class Gabby is my least favorite version of Gabby, because ma'am, you could have been like the poster child of what not to do in that class. What? So I really hope, thank you, it's just Stacey, I really hope that nobody listens to whatever goes on over there. It's Pastor Gabby is my least favorite. Yeah, it's my least favorite, because that really makes me feel like she's in religious psychosis, because that's not normal behavior. Also, just something else that you talk a lot about, but your actions don't match, because your actions, your behavior are fucking anything but Christian. You want to talk about it? God doesn't like liars, Gabby. You could repent all you want at the end of the day, but if you wake up the next day and repeat that behavior, it's the Addies talking. I know. Listen to me, still standing. I texted her and I'm like, normally it's Pastor Gabby. Pastor Gabby is my least favorite. Is my least favorite. Okay? I've tried to like post videos with Bible quotes about liars, right? And they don't get it. They don't get it. But like, this is not very Christian-like behavior. Janelle, it's a narcissist trait. It's typically just Gabby. Stop. Right, right, and it is, and I can't. I imagine that it's incredibly frustrating for people that they do like they're super religious, because it pisses me off, and I'm not. Right. Put your shoes in my shoes. Listen to me. I could confidently. Hi, Kim. Thank you. I could confidently state that I don't want anything to do with anything related to there. Like, you're gonna have to at least try to shower twice a week for me to even look at you and think that you're clean. You know? Hi, Colleen. It blows my mind. Like, that just shows how fucking out of it they are, is to say that people are jealous. What the fuck are we jealous for? Thanks, Steph. What are we jealous of? Honestly, I agree. I agree. But like, I can't imagine. Hi, Lisa Blue. I can't imagine not like taking a shit. Like, I can't. All right, let me go back. I cannot imagine being Gabby and thinking that somebody would be of what? Of what? Listen to me. If you got a fucking job and made your own money, it boosts your confidence. You're on the internet legitimately lying about health conditions for sympathy so that people could throw money at you, and it's gross. You're like a 34-year-old woman. What the fuck? What are you doing over there? What is anybody jealous of? The writing on the wall? The dirt under your fingernails? The teeth that are coming out of your mouth? What is anybody jealous of? Cleanliness? Yes. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you. It's like, what? It blows my mind, and they still don't fit you. I don't understand why they think that like real women that do the right thing in life would be jealous. I'm jealous you got a second-hand proposal. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? You can't possibly believe that. Wild. Y'all, I knew. Hi, witch, please. I knew when she was ordered for that psychoval, right? And I was talking, I'm wild. I was like, oh my God. I knew that you can't cheat tests like that. Those tests are made to see if you're lying. You can't cheat them. Okay? That's why it rounds up the way it did. They have validity scales built into the exam. You cannot beat them. Right, exactly. Right. What is it? The MMP2? Is that what it's called? It might be MMP2. But you can't beat those tests. You can't study for them either. And if you try to lie, it catches those lies and then comes up in the in the report. Listen to me, Pamela, don't even. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. Why would you sit live if you, thank you, Paula, I appreciate you. MMPI, thank you. Why would you sit live, okay, doing whatever with the comments off? Why do that? I'll never understand that. I will also never understand people that sit live with like 3 people in the chat, 1 person chatting. What are you doing? Why? What? Listen. I don't want to be nasty, but that ain't a version of a man that hi, Sherry. Why don't you, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Like the people that go live and like, right, what are you doing? Hi, Jenny. I don't get it. I do not understand it. I don't get it. Why not just not be live? And like, you know that the comments are going to call you out on your shit. I can't imagine how many people you have on that block list. I never eat on lives, y'all. One time I had a Tic Tac, I think, in my mouth or something, and somebody was complaining. And like, girl, you're always eating on lives. Why don't you just go live after you eat? I'll never understand it, y'all. I will never understand it. Well, see, Jamie, I don't think anybody should go in now. And I know that there was some confusion, so I'll explain that before I leave. Sorry. There is a percentage. If you go live on TikTok, okay? Interaction, let me see if I could pull it up. I don't know if it'll let me. It doesn't exist over there. It doesn't exist over there. Hold on. Let me see if I could pull it up so that I could show you what I mean. She gets paid for hate comments. Stay out of there. Is it in TikTok Studio? I'm going to try to find it so that I could break it down like with exactly right, you know? Hold on. I'm sorry, it's making me too. Stop engaging. I'm looking for learn more. Maybe it'll show me here. I'm not like yep. I'm looking for exactly that way. I'm on point. Hold on. No interaction. None. I'm trying to look. Bear with me. I'm trying to show you so that I could be on, like, exact with what I say. But it shows you. Okay. Can I click this? I'm sorry, y'all. Right? It's terrible. Don't do it. Right. You must go live for at least 25 minutes in total to count as to go live day. A go live day. You get it like a percentage, right? Oh, you're good. I'm not going to be much longer anyway. Content engagement. Okay. Your content engagement is measured by your active fans, meaning viewers, right? I don't know why this phone is doing this, y'all. Hold on. So, it's 1%, less than 10, less than 100, 1.5, over 2,000, okay, 2%. That translates, so the people in her life that are gifting her, it goes hand in hand, right? It boosts the payout of the gifts. Don't have to be monetized to do that. Yeah, I don't know why. It's plugged in. Hi, Cupcake. I don't know, right? So it takes your gift money. That's what I was looking for, is the percentage, and I'm not finding it. It takes the percentage, and then, is it here? Can I click here? Okay. Scaled, hi Donna, live rewards program to incentivize quality content. All right. Creators' rewards from live streams they host will be based on diamonds collected and rewards percentage. Okay. Gifts, coins translate into diamonds, and then they take that amount and pay you out a higher percentage according to engagement. You understand? Hold on, let me keep going. Maybe it'll show me down here. I don't know what you're talking about, berries. More tips and examples. Exactly, Night Nurse. Exactly why I'm saying, don't even bother going in there. To secure 46%, go live for more than 25 minutes, at least 2 days, okay? Thank you, Dora Linda. Gain at least 5 followers, okay? Maintain 10 plus active fans in your fan club. These are all things that contribute to the higher percentage of the payout. Hi, Donna Ray. How are you? I don't know all the mathematical equations, all right? However, when she rage baits and people go in there, I got Maz, and people go in there and chat, y'all are increasing it. Thank you, Alicia. So just how do battles work? Rachel, I don't battle, but what I know is that she keeps gifts whether she wins or not. So she doesn't have to win the battle in order to get the money. You understand? I don't battle. I support battles sometimes, but I don't, it's not the kind of thing. I got stuck in a battle one time and I was so fucking uncomfortable. Yes. Yep. Some of us have to go live with just a few people because it's all things test. I'm not really talking about everybody in a, like, I'm not talking about everybody. I'm talking about people that answer her rage bait call, okay? And she does it because she gets more money. I was so uncomfortable still standing. I probably have a video on YouTube. Like, I was trying to get out. I was so uncomfortable. Yeah, I was so uncomfortable. But I just want people to know that this is why I say stay out of there. Because listen, by me saying that, I'm not trying to tell y'all something I don't do myself. I don't go in there because I'm not going to be able to hold my tongue, and I'm going to give her what she wants. You understand what I mean? It's just, I'm never, right. And there's I saw Chantel Gucci was streaming her earlier on, hi Sin, on YouTube as well. There are people that stream. Go in the stream or watch on a replay channel like Nookie, or I don't know, the Mickey Mouse fan co-stars, Teresa. You know, people repost them so that they stay out of there. You know what I mean? Waffles Lawyer always has replays. Yep. But like Waffles, there are a bunch of people. Nookie, Kai, they generally always have the lives up, and Nookie's super fast about it. Right, but that's what I mean. That's why I don't bother going in there. And I get that too, Red Rick. I get that too. That's kind of why I made the accounts for people to stream. Right, Finds Out does. Yep, Wendy. There are people, and I know that sometimes I could try to get a comprehensive list and post it again, if that helps. But I think that people should just stay out of there. And I'm not saying that as like sugar skulls. Yep. I'm not saying that as like a way, like I'm not telling you anything I don't do myself for those reasons. Rainbow Bright does, you're right. That's, I asked about Nikki, are you still here? Because I haven't seen Mouse Potato. I asked Nikki about her not long ago, and she said she was coming back. I'm not sure. I haven't reached out myself. So here's the thing. You have to, on TikTok, you have to add commentary. You have to, or they'll shut you down. This is going to end. This phone is going to die, and I don't know why. So I'm going to go. Don't be a piece of shit today, Gabby. Stop fucking lying. All right? There's no leak. You are the leak. All right? I will see y'all soon. If I don't see you, have a good weekend. Yes, Krisha. Yep. Thank you. I'll ask. I'll get a comprehensive list. This phone is going to shut down. And I will see y'all soon. Have a good week.